Hey, what is up, you beautiful people? I'm Jayant and I'm back with another kick-ass episode on e-commerce. So since we were talking about uh, Facebook ad strategy or e-commerce advertisement strategies in general, today I thought let's get down into technicalities. Let's learn a little bit of technical stuff. So in this episode, we are not unediting, we are not editing, we're definitely editing, but it's not an unedited marketing podcast. So let's call it the UnCut Marketing podcast, because I'll be definitely editing since I have my trusty laptop here. So I'll be sharing my screen, and you know how it goes. Like if I'm sharing my screen, then it's editing. It's not unedited anymore. So uncut podcasts. So with that in mind, let's get started. Let's learn some Facebook ads for e-commerce, and let's dive deep into my screen. But before I go ahead and start, why don't you subscribe to my channel? Well, in this channel, we talk about a lot of stuff, including e-commerce, direct response marketing, copywriting, sales techniques, sales funnels, freelancing, and so many more stuff. So if you are interested in any of these stuff, do subscribe because I'm coming up with a lot of awesome content ideas. So now let's dive into our screen. All right. So here we are. I have created a quick mind map for you to show how Facebook ads in general work and what you should be doing if you are trying to run some Facebook ads. So let me open it up. So I'll talk about Facebook ads hierarchy. I'll talk about the psychology that you need, the space that you need to be in to run Facebook ads, the psychology of your customers. I should divide it into advertisers, like approach. I'll put this. Then consumers behavior. All right, I hope my spelling is correct. So cool. So I will talk about psychology, what type of products you should promote in Facebook ads, and we'll talk about the testing phase. And we will also talk about the scaling phase a bit, but I think that would be off screen. So let's dive deep into that. Let's start with Facebook ads hierarchy. Okay. So Facebook ads, it's a basically, if I give you an introduction, Facebook ads is basically similar to native ads. Basically it's somebody else's platform, people are hanging around, people are doing their stuff, and you just interrupt them and show your advertisement and say that, hey, I'm here with my product and whatnot. All right, so they don't actively look out for you, but they are kind of disturbed by you. But there is a way to get around and get great results, even if you are kind of disturbing your people. All right, so Facebook ads has three different levels. One is a campaign, second one is ad set level, third is a creative level. All right, so campaign is basically one marketing campaign that you run. A campaign has an objective. Objective can be in case of Facebook ads, the objectives are defined by brand awareness, consideration, and conversion. Conversion is basically if somebody purchases your product or service, right? Brand awareness is just to increase your reach, to check how people interact with your brand, interact with the posts that you publish, interact with basically all the non-salesy parts of your brands. The Facebook pages, the likes and comments in your posts, and so many other things. Consideration is a stage in which people actually visit your site. They maybe they maybe download a lead magnet, or maybe interact, or maybe leave a comment, and so many other things, right? Consideration is they have not made the purchase decision yet, but they are considering your brand. I mean, they think that you are kind of trustworthy. Next, we have conversion ads. Conversion ad is the most upper limit of ads. That is, like, if people actually trust you, they will buy you. Okay. So in e-commerce, especially for a product that ranges, we actually deal with, I would recommend a product that ranges between somewhere around 500 rupees to about 2500 rupees. I think 2,500 is also too much. Maybe I'll go up to 2,000 rupees max. In terms of dollar, that would be like a little less than $5 to about $25, not more than that. That just works even in US, right? So in case, like, why I suggest you to stick to that particular price range is that people usually, they don't think a lot before purchasing that kind of product. People have that much money to spend. So in case of conversion, if you are running within that particular range, if you have a product that ranges from up to 2000 Indian rupees, then I guess you can run direct conversion ads. But yeah, eventually you have to get into brand awareness and consideration. But if you're a beginner, definitely go with conversion ads. And you also have something called as campaign budget optimization. I'll talk about that later. But yeah, in campaign, you can also monitor your own ads, or you can let Facebook's AI monitor your ads. So if Facebook does that for you, then it's called campaign budget optimization. And how that works, I'll explain to you after explaining you the hierarchy of Facebook ads. Every campaign has a bunch of ad sets. Ad sets are where you put in your interest, the location of your ads, and also what is the conversion event. I mean, Facebook doesn't know that people have made the sale, right? You have to tell them, okay, a guy who actually gives the credit card info and hits send has pretty much converted, right? So you have to determine the conversion. You have to also determine the the timing of ads that run, and also you have to find out interests, and you also basically decide what else, the location of your ads. So that is done in the ad set level. And in the creative comes the creative stuff. Every ad set has a bunch of creatives. So in here you do all the copywriting and the video ads, image ads, whatever you want to run. All the fun stuff happens basically in the creative level. Okay, so these are the three levels of Facebook this thing. Now in the testing phase, what happens, so I'll come down to that. Okay, before going to testing phase, let's talk about the psychology of the consumers. Honestly, I should have planned this video. All right, no problem. Since we are UnCut Marketing, it's okay. If I don't make errors, then it's a problem. All right. This is the psychology of the people who are in Facebook. They are pretty much, they don't have a lot of things to do. They are there to hang out with their friends, chit chat, maybe on Instagram, watch reels, so many other things, right? They are there to relax. While they were relaxing, they were enjoying looking at other people's stuff, getting jealous at stuff. Your advertisements pop up and tell them that, hey, my product can improve your life up to a certain extent, right? That's the behavior of the consumer in Facebook or Instagram, because they are hanging out in the social media, and basically your ad just obstructs them. Now, as an advertiser, your approach should be like, do not expect a very qualified audience from Facebook unless it is a very low quality product, low ticket product, in which, like, that's why I asked you for using a product that is priced between 500 to 2000, or even free. It's great for free products because people are not ready to spend directly a huge amount of money on Facebook. In Google ads, you can go for high ticket products and high priced products. That makes sense. But in Facebook, in here, you have to have a control over the amount of money that your customer kind of can spend on your product, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing else. I mean, the type of products that usually sell in Facebook are the novelty kind of products, like the Pikachu that I have. I mean, nobody actively searches for Pikachu dolls, but if I'm scrolling through Facebook and suddenly an ad appears with the Pikachu doll in it, I would definitely try and purchase that, right? It's like, I love Pikachu, let's take it, right? So that's how people behave, and that is the psychology that you need to leverage while running the Facebook ads. And yeah, type of products is done. And what you need to do in the testing phase. So I'll just quickly help you run an ad after this description. So in testing phase, you basically start your prospecting ads. Prospecting means you are trying to find new customers, not retarget existing customers. That is something that we'll talk about in the scaling phase. So I'll create an entirely different video on scaling phase, but let's understand the testing phase nicely today. All right. So in here, you run a CBO campaign. A CBO is campaign budget optimization. So basically, as I mentioned, that every ad set, every campaign has multiple ad set, and every ad set has multiple creatives, just like you see in this particular picture. So what happens is, in such a case, you don't know which ad set will perform well, right? You don't know which creative will perform well. So what Facebook does is it will tell you that whichever ad set or whichever creative gets the best response, I will dedicate your money, the maximum amount of money to that particular ad. And it's good because it saves you the time and effort, and it also saves a lot of money. So I prefer CBO all the time. I love CBO campaign because it's just less headache. And I would suggest, while targeting interest, keep only one interest. For example, if you're targeting people who love, let's say, Pokemons, the same people can love Pikachu, the same people can love Ash Ketchum, same people can love anime, the same people can love manga, the same people can love comics, and so many other things, right? So in that case, while making ad set, just put one interest in one particular ad set. So if you're running interests of Pokemon here in the ad set, do not put the same interest here, just put something else so that you know which one works the best for you, right? That's the testing phase. And always narrow down by engaged shoppers, because people who are engaged with other products in Facebook usually optimizes the ad for those kind of people. And if it is kind of a techie product, I always prefer this particular interest, which is early tech adapters. If you are selling electronics over Facebook, then this is something that helps. I'll quickly show you an ad in a minute, and it will help you out. And you can also target Facebook payment users. Honestly, I've found that engaged shoppers behave much better than this particular interest, Facebook payment users. You can also target individual devices. Like if you are selling, let's say, laptop screens or mobile covers and all that, you can actually target people who are using that particular mobile phone, which is awesome. And yes, as I mentioned, you can test a lot of ad copies in different ad sets. Sometimes you can try long form ad copy, sometimes you can try short form, sometimes you can try video ads, sometimes you can try image ads, and so many other things, right? So that's pretty much the testing phase. And let me run a testing phase campaign for you. All right. So we are at my ad manager account. In some other video, I'll definitely create a complete breakdown or complete video on how to create a Facebook ad account that will help you out. So just here we are talking about creating a campaign, how to approach e-commerce ads. So all you need to do is click on create here, and let's say we are selling Pikachu. Okay, that's pretty much it. Okay, so click on conversions, and you can name it. The campaign can be like Pikachu doll, right? And ad set we are targeting different interests. So let's say in this ad set we are targeting anime as an interest. Ad maybe let's try like carousel Pikachu doll images. Let's test all the image ads here. Okay, so and videos maybe. I don't know. These are just namings, and they are to help you out. It's not very serious. So once you are here, go to campaign budget optimization. And if you're in India, I would suggest a minimum testing budget of 1,000 rupees per day. It's a great budget. You can like test 5 different ad sets with this particular budget, and rest you can keep everything the same. Click on next now. Since we're targeting anime in this, I don't have a pixel. I'll explain a video. I'll create a video separately. Now here you can put a start date and end date. It's totally up to you. I usually maybe go for 1 week. So if today is 12th, I would rather start with the 13th at 0000 13th night at 12, and I'll put an end date of like around 19 or maybe 20. All right. And next, what I do is age. I try to keep it open because sometimes the kids try to motivate their parents, and that also happens a lot. So you never know who is using the phone, right? If kids love anime a lot, then they will probably be using their parents' phone. They may not take a purchase decision, but they definitely motivate their parents to make the purchase decision. So I might keep it up to 50 because kids have grown up now. 18 to 50. That would be good age. In detail targeting, here, turn this thing off. Here you can put your interest like anime. Search for anime, it should come. Array. Yeah, anime films, anime and cosplay. See, so many interests. Anime lovers, anime fandom, anime convention, Pokemon anime. Okay, let's use this one. Let's use Pokemon anime. Pokemon anime. And we can use that particular interest and we'll narrow that down with engaged shoppers. And that is pretty much it. This is the behavior basically. This is the interest and this is the behavior. And that's it. Do not touch anything else. But I see that there are two less people, 1,35,000 people. So I would not recommend going below like a million or so. So I would go for anime once again. Anime films has the maximum amount. So maybe we'll try this one. We'll use Pokemon as well, but maybe in some other. Okay, let's do one. Let's use Pokemon here, and we'll use anime films in some other interest. And I would not recommend you going very narrow into it because that will just eat your ad budget. And placements, depending on my creative, if I'm running, let's say Reels ads, I'll turn everything off. You know, I'll only keep like Instagram Reels, maybe Instagram Stories, and that's pretty much it. I don't want to keep anything else. If I'm running Reels ads, Stories people may check, and Stories and Reels, I'll just put my creatives into these two categories, in these two placements. If I want to keep it in Instagram Explore, I'll keep it on Instagram Shop, wherever I want to show. All right. So this is pretty much it. Ideally for this particular audience, I'll keep it open, completely open. I would rather put it at automatic placements because anyways, our potential reach is very, very less. So I would not play around with that. So I'll just click next. Here I can pick a page. Okay, I'll go ahead and go to my personal ad account. Maybe pick this one. Okay, here you can add your images, videos, and so many other things, right? Your ad creative, you can add here. You can add your media. Here's the primary text. So I'll just show you how the primary text looks like. Add library. So that is this particular shop I really like that sells anime products, Gizmos. So these guys, they run nice ads. So in here, this Tokyo Revengers replica, this is the primary text. So if I have to create this one, so I'll just put that in the, oops, not here. I'll just copy this one from here and I'll put it here. All right. Headline is this one, like this one, Tokyo man, whatever, this particular part in the ad, this is the headline. So you can add that in the headline, and whatever is there on just below that, that is the description. So if I just scroll down, yeah, this is the headline. If you want to keep copy that and paste it here, you can do that, but I think it becomes a lot. Yeah, I'll just turn this off. So this is my headline now. Okay, so here I can put my website. You can technically put any website. You can, if I put gizmos.in, that is also fine. I think we need to do this, but you need to install the Facebook pixel and everything here, and that's completely fine. You can run ads on anybody's website, but it's ideal to add Facebook pixel. If you don't know what Facebook pixel is a small code that you need to install in your website through which Facebook basically tracks the user behavior. All right. So if I have my pixel installed in gizmos.in, I can absolutely run ads in their website. I mean, even without pixel, you can run ads, but what happens is like without the pixel, it gets difficult, So here already they have picked up some images. Without the pixel, it's difficult to retarget and difficult to control your audience, and pixels is important. So here we already have some by default headline, default description. There is no primary text. I think I'll add the primary text again. It should come up like that. See here, the primary text comes here. So this is the primary text, right? So this is what you need to do. And if you hit publish, this ad will get published, but don't do that because we need to duplicate this. We need to target many other interests. So I'll just quickly duplicate this one. So in the next ad copy, I will target, let's say anime movie. I think I'll target this one, and I'll scroll down and I'll change Pokemon anime to anime. Anime. अरे कितना स्लो है ये. Okay, anime films. This one. So, oh wow, this is good amount of people. Maybe for this audio. Okay, let me stop the reach. Okay, it has reduced. 6,800,000. So 68 lakhs. Not bad. So this is good audience. I would love this audience because this is very wide and I can do a lot of stuff here. So now I don't think you need to change anything in here. I mean, everything is kind of set. Then simply go to the creative. If you have a different creative, you can add that one, and you can again quickly duplicate this one. And instead of anime movie, maybe you can put manga or something. Manga is basically Japanese comics. So I'll just turn this off. I'll put manga here. And you can put manga. So people love manga. Here again, we'll turn off the detailed targeting. It's 4 million. So this is like good audience. I would always prefer a wider audience than a narrow audience. We'll go narrow slowly. So basically in this particular campaign, we are testing anime versus manga versus Pokemon anime. Whichever performs well, whichever gives us the best kind of purchases, we will basically continue running that. And whichever works the best for us, let's say manga works the best for us, and anime and Pokemon kind of works well, but it is consuming a lot of frequency, so we can just merge them together or narrow the audience further down. That also can be done, but ideally I would keep like one audience within one particular ad set. And we can absolutely narrow down if it's a kind of a very niche product that you know that there is a very niche market that just works for it, then in that case you can narrow down a lot. But I would not recommend that. Initially just start with a wider audience and slowly narrow down with the further campaign. Now that is the testing phase that I was talking about. Let's talk about the scaling phase. Where is the mind map? Yeah, here is the mind map. So in scaling phase, there is something called as retargeting. I mean, people who have not bought from your website or visited your website or bought from your website, what you can do is you can create something called as custom audiences in Facebook and keep showing the ad to those people. You can increase your ad budget and maybe create lookalike audiences. So custom audiences, lookalike audiences, these might be a little bit complicated to explain, but not very hard. So I will create a different separate video on the scaling phase of Facebook ads. But in this video, as I mentioned, this is pretty much it. And yeah, let me know what you think. I know this is not the best Facebook tutorial out there, but if you have a slightest idea on how Facebook works, this should give you a fairly good idea what you need to do in this testing phase. And let me know in the comments if some of the terms were too foreign to you, if you don't understand them. I will create a proper Facebook ad tutorial for you and publish here on my channel. So till then, keep watching my UnCut Marketing episodes and keep subscribing to my channel. Like, share, subscribe, do all that stuff. So yes, before I go, let me sum it up. So Facebook is a great platform to advertise on. It has 1 billion people scrolling throughout, and with varied interests. So because of the interest based targeting, you can reach to very niche level. For example, you can, like, if let's say you sell Formula 1 toy cars, you can actually narrow down a Formula 1 interest based audience and narrow them down based on the name of the racers out there as well. So you can also narrow them down by the age, by the behavior, by the time a person has gotten married or not, what are their likes, interests, and so many other things. That's what makes Facebook a great platform to advertise on. So yes, definitely recommend using Facebook, and let me know what else do you think about this. Tab tak, see ya, bye bye. It's been a long video. I wanted to keep it short, but it has become 25 minutes. What do you know, right? So yeah, bye bye.